Hey, it's Movin Mark. I'm back out on Route 66 again here at a very special location. I've been wanting to meet this lady for a while now. She's opened up recently a refurbished and a renewed spot here on Route 66. I'm going to let her introduce herself and tell us a little bit about where we're at and how she got here. Hello.
Hey Mark, thanks for stopping by today.
You're so welcome.
It was a nice surprise for us. Well, we are the Rockwood Motor Court on Route 66 in Springfield, Missouri, also 2200 West College Street. We are on the west end of Route 66, actually just a few steps away from Route 66. We started refurbishing the cottages in June 2 of 2019. Last year was kind of an interesting year for all of us, wasn't it? And we were able to get a lot of work done and still have a few guests, get our feet wet, and we're ripping and roaring this year. We're really excited to see all the folks who are stopping in and traveling Route 66 and learning about Route 66 too.
Well, you mentioned learning about Route 66. What does Route 66 mean to you personally? Give us some highlights of what Route 66 means, how you got connected with Route 66. How about Phyllis?
Well, as a child, I traveled Route 66 from St. Louis to St. James on a regular basis. So Route 66 to me means the Diamonds, the Garden Way, Do Come In, the Wagon Wheel, and all of those iconic places along that part of Route 66. So kind of cutting my teeth in a 55 Chevy and then a 61 Impala Chevy along Route 66 gave me a love for it. I love old architecture, and this project here, I guess we'll call it, it was weekly, monthly, and was getting pretty run down, and it just seemed like if something didn't happen to turn things around, it wasn't going to be with us very much longer. That was a big concern to me because I love these old structures. I love these old rock cottages.
And how did you come across with knowledge on this place being available?
Well, up until a couple weeks ago, I was the councilwoman for this section of Springfield, Missouri, and I would try to come along and welcome new businesses. And someone had opened a new restaurant up in the front of it, which the house, well, let me back up just a little bit. In 1929, it was opened as a tourist camp, and there was a shell filling station, a house, and then the tourist cabins. So along the road, it changed to Rockwood Motor Court in 1948, and the gas station became a cafe. And then finally, the house and the gas station becoming the cafe opened up all as a larger restaurant, with the cafe being the dining room. So I stopped in to say hello, welcome the new business, and my background is in restaurants, so help her a little bit maybe. And then I saw what was going on back here, realizing that the things that were happening in these cottages were not good for her business up front. And I had this wild idea that, gosh, somebody needs to do something, and somebody might be me.
Well, I've had the honor and privilege to be toured around most of the cabins here, and I will say they are impeccably done. Color schemes, quality of furnishings is just, you can't ask for better from what I've seen, and looking forward to being able to stay here eventually and spend a little bit of that good Route 66 money here. As far as, is there any high points that have happened recently with people that have stayed, or memories that they brought up or anything like this that you would like to share with us?
Well, I always say, you know, only half of it is about renovating and restoring the cottages and running the business on Route 66. The most important half of it is the people. The people who come on Route 66 come for many reasons, for fun, for vacations, but I also see Route 66 as it's a healing road for people. Last summer we had a fellow come through from down south, and his wife had passed away 3 years prior, and he told me, my wife was my whole life, and I've got to find myself now. And that's what this trip is about. And in fact, just this morning, I had a very sweet and kind letter left behind by someone who was traveling alone for the first time. Her husband of more than 48 years had passed away, and she's traveling on Route 66, and she stopped here and thanked me for the hospitality and helping her to see that she could travel by herself. So, you know, I've had people from all different walks of life, from very wealthy to people who just needed a $65 room for the night because they were on a budget. And we welcome them all, and every person adds to our experience and adds another layer of history to what's going on here at Rockwood.
If someone was wanting to experience, as you call it, and that's definitely something that I think hits home with what I've seen so far, this would definitely be an experience, and an amazing one at that. How could someone reach out to you, contact, what's your social media information? How's the best way for them to reach out and try to set something up with you, Phyllis?
Well, we have a website, Rockwood Motor Court, and that's www.rockwoodcourt.com. We have a phone number, 417-827-2992. We'll be happy to talk to you. And, you know, you get me, and you don't have to push any buttons. And then you can also, through Airbnb or Booking.com, book rooms. So there are several different options, whatever suits a person best, or just stop in.
What about social media?
Social media, we're on Facebook, and it's Rockwood Motor Court in Springfield, Missouri, and that gives you information that you can click onto our website from our Facebook page, or you have the phone number there so you can call. And we would, of course, invite people. We're coming up here I think we're about 10 or 12 likes away from hitting 1,500, so we're pretty excited about the people who follow our Facebook page.
Let's get her to 1,500 and on to even higher numbers than that. Any last parting words that you'd like to share with the audience before we move on?
Well, I just want to thank you for stopping by. I want to thank you for what you do to further what's going on, and I really see it as a revitalization in some ways. There's so many things that weren't great or good about the COVID, but it also brought America back to having time to look at its roots, and folks like you putting videos out, making it available. And so my kids' generation and even younger ones. I had a lady who came in the other day, and she said, wow, I feel like Lightning McQueen. I'm learning about Route 66 here. And so that's a great thing, because it is a treasure in our country, Route 66. And so we need to learn more about it and embrace it rather than forget about it and travel those interstates and not see what our country's really about.
You mentioned Route 66 is a treasure. I'm going to go one step further. People like you are a treasure, because you're helping keep it going, taking these old locations, bringing them back to life again, and breathing new life into Route 66, because that is the key, is the old Route 66 working with the new Route 66 to take it forward for the next generations. And with that, I am going to sign off here on Route 66, our beloved mother road at Rockwood Motor Courts here in Springfield, Missouri. Please reach out to Phyllis, get you some reservations. Come experience this place firsthand. You won't be disappointed. And for now, Movin Marks signing off. Everyone have a great day.